Today, the way emissions and deforestation data is collected and reported is fragmented. Retailers often ask for different metrics in varied formats using inconsistent methodologies. This creates significant inefficiencies for suppliers and limits the usefulness of the data collected. To address this, a retail task force working with the Consumer Goods Forum Climate Transition Coalition has developed the Common Data Framework. The Common Data Framework creates a shared foundation for what emissions and deforestation data retailers should request, how they request it, and how they use it. It focuses on the most critical metrics: Scope 3 Category 1 emissions and deforestation and conversion-free sourcing. The Common Data Framework provides a transitional roadmap designed to meet retailers wherever they are in their decarbonisation journey. Retailers today face an increasingly complex array of regulatory requirements and business use cases for sustainability data. These drivers include exacting regulations like EUDR, a growing landscape of voluntary commitments like SBTi, evolving strategic implications, and dynamic asks from investors and the public. Despite these pressures, retailers have historically taken highly variable approaches to data collection. Calculation methodologies often differ or are unspecified, and companies use a mix of internal and external questionnaires ranging from 1 to over 150 questions. This inconsistency results in overwhelmed suppliers who become unresponsive and leads to inaccurate and incomplete data where key information is missed. Our analysis has revealed no uniformity in how data is collected across different retailers. The Common Data Framework directly addresses this need to streamline and harmonise these requests. The Common Data Framework is structured around a set of core principles. It's a guide to simplify reporting for retailers and suppliers, focusing on high priority use cases. It currently covers Scope 3 Category 1 and deforestation and conversion-free sourcing. These two metrics were prioritised due to purchased goods and services being the largest component of retailer emissions and the tight link between deforestation and emissions alongside widespread voluntary and regulatory commitments. The framework is intended to evolve and expand over time. It supports retailers in meeting voluntary, regulatory, and commercial objectives, and it's designed to meet retailers where they are in their sustainability journey, offering flexibility based on varying maturity levels. Critically, it is designed not to add to suppliers and retailers' reporting burdens. The Common Data Framework, however, is not a mandated platform or a reporting system, nor is it a centralised data collection process for the Consumer Goods Forum. It's not a universal solution for all sustainability metrics, nor a replacement for existing frameworks, and it does not add an additional layer of complexity. The Common Data Framework provides transitional roadmaps that align data collection methodology to retailer maturity across two priority metrics: emissions reduction and deforestation-free sourcing. The key is to anchor data collection around specific use cases for your business. Each roadmap includes 5 components. The strategic use cases. What goals does the data actually support? Reporting levels, the required level of detail. Verification, the assurance needed for credibility. KPIs, or the metrics to track internal performance. And examples, brief vignettes illustrating that application. Moving from left to right on the roadmap, from foundational to expanded to granular maturity levels, increases insight and access to decarbonisation levers, but also increases complexity and reporting burden. The guidance is to advance only when aligned with your strategic goals. For emissions reporting, Scope 3 Category 1, at the foundational level, use cases include establishing your first emissions baseline or building a CSRD compliant roadmap. This level is often internally driven, using internal spend or activity data and credible category average emissions factors. At the expanded level, it supports collaborating with specific suppliers for improvement or demonstrating supplier-specific reductions. This requires working with individual suppliers to adjust category average factors. At the granular level, the aim is for product level reductions, precision interventions, and stronger relationships with leading suppliers. This necessitates collecting product carbon footprints, though it's important to note the ongoing industry conversation around product carbon footprint calculation and comparability. For deforestation reporting, the foundational level includes use cases defining initial deforestation roadmaps or meeting basic voluntary commitments. Data is aggregated at the supplier or key commodity level, focusing on high-risk commodities like those defined in EUDR, and relying on self-reported claims or Type 2 environmental self-declarations. At the expanded level, it supports improving transparency, mitigating reputational risk, and making more informed sourcing decisions. Data is collected at the commodity or supplier level, supported by more credible Type 1 eco-labels or Type 3 environmental product declarations. At the granular level, the aim is for full compliance with regulations like EUDR and carbon abatement claims. This level requires highly specific data down to the origin or farm plot level, with verification relying on advanced sources like satellite imagery or third-party chain of custody audits. Retailers can tailor the common data framework to their needs by following these 4 key steps. Firstly, select strategic use cases. Prioritize what matters most to your business and your decarbonisation strategy. Secondly, identify the relevant reporting level. Match the data detail to your goals without overburdening suppliers. Implement required verification. Determine the level of verification needed for your use case ambition. And finally, track against priority KPIs. Define and measure key performance indicators to ensure progress and effective data collection. The framework has been put into practice by leading retailers, demonstrating how it can evolve to support objectives from establishing baselines to achieving granular product level insights and regulatory compliance.